Hey, welcome to the Winter Art Show at RB.
Hi, I'm Suzanne Zimmerman, and I teach ceramics and sculpture and painting and drawing here at RB. We have our Winter Art Show for this 2013 year. I'd like to share some of our 3D work with you. Our first artist that we're going to look at is Dana Callanan. She's one of our AP 3D artists. She has earned the Best in Show for 3D on this piece here called Worth. Dana worked with, as you can see, a textbook that she gessoed over, which is a white paint, and worked with an image transfer of some text and layering on top of styrofoam words with mixed media. She also got first place in the sculpture category.
Hello, I'm Blair Jensen. I am one of the art teachers here at Riverside Brookfield High School. I teach mainly this year. I taught photography, a lot of Photo 1 classes, and the work we're looking at is Photo 1. This is a piece that won honorable mention in the art show by Fiona Larson. She had a nice body of work, and this one in particular just shows a sense of innocence, I think, with her subject. Nice contrast and placement of the vertical lines of her legs, unkept. Just a nice image of a child playing, I think.
All right, this piece was done by Miranda Alvarez, and it's one of the layered vessels in which she took, well, I guess it looks like over 50, probably more, pieces of clay and attached it, and then layered on one of my favorite glazes called gunmetal green, which has a bit of a sheen to it. And this piece received an honorable mention within pottery, which would be functional ceramic artwork. All right, this is Bridget Barney's artwork. She's also an AP 3D artist, and this piece is called The Giving Tree. And Bridget created the book and the tree out of clay as two separate pieces and glazed it to accentuate the textures. I think it's related to Shel Silverstein and some of her memories from childhood. She used a stamp to press in some words on the right page, which are difficult to see with the glaze on it, but they're there nonetheless. And Bridget received an honorable mention for this work.
One of the things I like about teaching is right behind me, it's the art show. Every year we get to see all the students basically show off their work. And a lot of these students don't get it until the end of the year when they see that other people appreciate what they've done. They get to bring their parents in and show them their work. So it's really rewarding when you look at it that way.
All right, this piece is by one of my beginning artists, Amy Zick, and she created this as one of her first artworks in the class, in which students had to make a pottery set. And Amy chose to make this piece, which couples with a second form to hold hands. And while Amy didn't get an award from the judges on this one, I think it's one of the strongest pieces in the show, just due to the technical execution of being able to have these appendages floating successfully, which is a really difficult thing to do with clay. And it's has a nice whimsical feel to it. All right, this piece is also by Amy Zick. It was based on the Beatles song Blackbird. And it was an assignment where students had to take a song that was meaningful to them and interpret it into a piece of visual work. And while I allowed students to work abstractly, Amy went above and beyond and created a more realistic bird and incorporated two little guitars for the wings. So you can see a theme in her ambition in having really precarious parts put together. And then in addition to that, suspending it from a wire. So well done.
We're going to look at some work by Parley Belsey, and she won first place in the mixed media category. This is an image we're looking at right now. It's a photograph that she sectioned off into 6 sections and then did some painting on. She varnished the top of it. She of course scratched into it. There's a lot of layers going on there. And she also received a first place award in the drawing category. She did a series that represents basically thieves that steal a painting and then forge it copy it and sell it for very limited amounts of money, small amounts of money, but still capitalizing on a masterpiece.
So I guess my favorite part about teaching would be that it continues to inspire my own artwork. So seeing this huge body of work from all of our students here in the RB Art Department is like a library of ideas for what I do as well. So when I start teaching a new project, I have to figure out exactly how to teach it before I impart that information to all of my students. So that's my favorite part about teaching and being an artist as well.
So we're going to look at some advanced photography work now. This piece right here won first place in the advanced photography section. It was an image by Sam Cook. She has a nice body of work is what I should say. She's got a lot of images from the city. She's got some personal images of people she knows, and also other images that represent a lot of urban shots.
All right, this piece was done by another AP artist, Becca Burke, and it was done with India ink, which is no small task. That's using a medium where you dilute it with water and just layer over and over again to create values. And the trickiest part about India ink is once it's there, it's there. You can't erase it off. And this piece is called, it looks like title number 4, so the artist didn't title it, but it's really dramatic in contrast and composition, which I think is what brought her success as being the best of two-dimensional work in the show this round. This student is one of our AP drawing artists. The work you're looking at here is, I'm not sure what the title is, but oh yes I do. It's Lana, and it's based on actually a student here at RB, and it was a painting done, an oil painting done on top of a softball scorecard, reflective of Lana's interests in softball. And this artist is Lucia Adami, and she's got several pieces that are based on a piece of material that represents an interest within the subject's life.
One of the things that's really great about working with Suzanne Zimmerman is her punctuality, organizational skills, and her casualness of teaching is amazing, because she actually gets things done. I'm like, I don't know if that's going to happen, and everything always happens. Pulls everything together, the kids love her, and her kids are working hard, and she just has a way with teaching and being a fellow teacher. It's really fun.
One idea about Blair Jensen would be a quote that I would like to steal from the famous James Baum, and he took it from a commercial you might be familiar with, and that Blair Jensen is probably the most interesting man in the world.
Thank you for joining us for the Winter Art Show. We'll see you in the spring.